Okay, so first of all, I would like to know why did you decide to get the coaching now?
So, yeah, I just want to improve the game, and it's been a bit frustrating getting the chain losses.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've been watching your channel for a while, and I decided to, yeah, just do it.
Okay, because no, just because I noticed that like in 2020 you were gold 4, and then the next 2 seasons you were silver 4. So were you
Yeah,
mostly just playing for fun, or?
well, I quit the game for a while, and then I decided to come back. So, the other seasons I didn't play as much as
Mm-hmm.
this season. And my main account got banned, so this was just my backup account.
Oh, okay.
And I think the year I got gold 4, I was just playing on it sometimes,
Okay.
but
So
not
so what's
regular.
your peak then?
My peak was gold 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So but this season you just really want to like get a little bit higher elo maybe. I don't know what's your goal this season then?
Yeah, I think, well, if I can get gold 2 as well, maybe higher, that will be great.
Okay. I don't know how the mid-season reset will be, like if it will be good for a lot of people that want to climb or not.
Yeah,
Um, but of course, platinum would be nice, right?
yeah, exactly.
But I saw your LP gains that are not super great, right? You're like plus 21, minus 29. Of course, it's difficult to climb with
Yeah,
that. Um,
it
at
is.
least to a elo that's like much higher, like platinum. But
It
overall,
is.
I mean, we'll see. Of course. What do you think your biggest weaknesses at the moment are?
Mm, well, I can, if I lose, I don't know. Mentally, I will play another game and then I'll fuck up again. I'll play worse because I lost the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a problem. Also, I die a lot in some games.
Yeah. So you think like you just can't check off the tilt from the game before, basically,
Yeah,
sometimes.
exactly. And
Yeah.
also, when I die early, I think it's hard to come back, especially with Ekko.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's kind of just how it is with Ekko, to be honest. But of
Yeah,
course, you don't need to lose every single game where you die early. But he is a champ that is built around not dying much, of course, and so that dying makes the game very difficult sometimes. Yeah, of course.
yeah, that's true.
Um, okay. So are
And
there like specific situations you would say you struggle in?
uh,
Or like game
well,
phases maybe as well.
yeah, sometimes when the game is coming to an end, I'll just throw it because
Hmm.
our team dies or something, and then the other team ends.
Okay. You mean like
Like,
when a lot of it
like
is
in,
on you maybe?
yeah,
Yeah. I mean that's something. It's just kind of how it is with Echo, you know. Like most of the games you lose, I feel like, or not most of them, but a lot of the games you lose are you just lost like this, right? Where you have a fully stacked match as you're like a big shutdown, and then you die once, and the game turns. And if
yeah,
there's nobody else in your team that's well positioned in the game, then it's just rough. But that's not something. I mean, that's really just specific to Echo, I would say, or just carry champions in general, especially of course ones that build Magi's. So,
yeah,
of course, the only fix for that I would say is just being more patient. Oftentimes, right? Just only like choosing better opportunities to fight.
yeah.
Are there like bad habits maybe that you notice in your gameplay as well?
Mm, I think I don't look enough at the lanes, like when to gank a lane sometimes.
Okay, so why don't you just do it then?
Yeah,
I mean, there's no other fix to that, you know.
that's true. But I don't know.
I guess okay. I guess I mean we will see, of course. But if you
Yeah,
already say that's a problem, I think that's a problem generally in your elo, right? I think most people just don't have awareness, and awareness is
yeah,
super important, of course. But the only way to really improve it is, of course, to just start doing it, and maybe you just need to be doing it more aware. You know, like you actually need to try and think in your head. Right now, I need to look at the lanes, and maybe that's something I can definitely help you with.
yeah.
Have you watched like my mechanics guide that I put out on YouTube?
Yeah, I've watched your videos,
Okay,
yes.
that's good because I think from now on I'm gonna stop asking like what do you think mechanics are, because it's obviously always the same question. I'm just gonna tell the people to watch the video before the session from now on, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
It's the
good.
one you uploaded yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. And are you using some kind of jungle timer app?
Yeah, I'm using the Mobalytics app just to watch
Okay.
the timers. Yeah.
Okay, good. Alright, so I guess we can go into the OPGG review then. Let me just share my screen.
Oh yeah. And another thing is, like, I don't know how to counter jungle like really well. So
Yeah, you don't need to worry about that, honestly. Like, you really don't need to worry about counter jungling. It's if you just jungle your own, if you clear your own jungle efficiently, then you will already be ahead like every single game in your elo, like literally. And I think actually one thing, like your CS, they're not great or anything, but for your elo, they're above average. And we will also see that in the League of Graphs. So that's definitely not something I think you should focus on.
yeah.
Obviously, recently you've had some very good games. Oh, you even had a pentacle. That's nice.
Yeah.
I would say like in your last game, what I noticed is definitely I don't think buying Zhonya's is really worth here. I mean, it makes some sense against Vi, right? When she ults you can
Yeah.
buy it and whatever. But I definitely build the stopwatch first, and I don't build the like Seeker's Armor is the thing you want to build last.
Yeah, that's
It's like the worst item. First of all, you need to stack it first, and then the value is not even that great because they nerfed it really hard at some point. Did I? Are you playing without Futures Market? I just saw that. I think Futures Market is definitely better than Cosmic Insight.
yeah.
Like, it's a good rune, of course, but
Mhm.
I think Futures Market is just has better value.
I recently switched it because I was using the Cosmic Insight and Futures Market, but I switched it back up.
Mm. Yeah, I think Magical Footwear and Futures Market, in my opinion at least, is the best value.
Yeah.
Are you always playing Nashers? Seems like it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
It just feels better for me.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm always saying, right, like, don't feel pressure to do like what other people think or whatever. Both, like, especially after they buff both Nashers and Lichbane, they're both completely fine. I would say they're very even in power level. Like, I personally enjoy playing with Lichbane more when I can get away with it, but sometimes I feel like the DPS is just making the game more consistent. But it will never feel bad, right? I feel like Nashers will never feel bad, and I think nowadays even Lichbane feels good in most games. So yeah, just pick whatever you like and play with it. I think you're building white stuff in a lot of games. I have obviously haven't really looked through every single game, but yeah, I mean in this game I can definitely see it being worth for sure. They have so much more here. Just sometimes maybe go for like a Lichbane last item. It will feel really good, trust me.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, like Lichbane is my preferred last item in this build. If I feel like I can get away with it, if I don't need DM or anything. For example, this game I think Lichbane could have for sure been a good last
Lichbane
item.
and Nashers both.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like a lot of people, they seem to think that this is some kind of illegal combo or something, but it's like both items are really good for Ekko, you know. So of course,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you just build them together?
Yeah, that's true.
There's no real reason not to. Yeah, like that's the only thing. There's no other thing that's really problematic in your item building, I would say. You played with this kind of setup. Yeah, I think just Boots and Futures Market is the best one. Cosmic Insight is cool, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's really like it gives you flash cooldown, of course, which is nice. But usually the way or you can play is just as if your flash is down, you just play a little bit more passive, right? So that time is simply extended if you don't have that rune. But it's not extended by a huge amount, you know. And it's not like the game is unplayable without flash. It's just that you can play a little bit more risky, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
And the futures market just gives you such great. It makes it so consistent that you can complete your items and just snowball the game. And the magical footwear is of course nice because first of all it gives you 10 extra movement speed that nobody has that they who doesn't build or who doesn't have this rune. And like movement speed is a really nice stat for Ekko.
Yeah,
and of course also it just saves money, you know. And of
I'll
course.
just play them.
Yeah, like gold is everything for Ekko, you know? And if you can save 300 gold, it's basically like getting a free kill. Like a free kill that's even worth a little bit more than that because of the 10 extra movement speed. Yeah, I mean, Dark Harvest, I don't know, I just looked it up, it's actually the highest win rate rune at the moment. I personally still like Electrocute. I mean, I've only played 2 games on the new patch so far, so I can't say too much about it, but I would definitely recommend, like, if you feel like you sometimes can't stack the Dark Harvest well enough, then just try out Electrocute, but of course Dark Harvest is a really good rune for Ekko, no matter what.
Yeah, I've never
That
played with electrocute. I played the first strike Echo, but I didn't really like it. Like late game, Dark Harvest feels so much better.
yeah. Well, yeah, it's like Electrocute. I would say is the best for the early game. First strike is really good for like snowballing in the mid game and completing your items as soon as you start getting like 100 gold and more procs right from it. So you just have a little bit more gold in the mid game. And then Dark Harvest, obviously, it scales infinitely, so it scales quite good, but it doesn't even outscale Electrocute that easily, you know? Like, you really need to stack it quite a bit.
Yeah, that's true.
So, in some games, it just actually has less value. And oftentimes, what I'm also saying is that you don't really need the rune damage that much, you know, as Echo in the late game. It's a nice bonus in some games, but in most games, you just overkill with the Dark Harvest, in my opinion.
I'll try electrocute. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I personally would rather have the electrocute so I can have a better early game and maybe even like I've noticed, right? Like I've been winning early game fights against champions like Lee Sin and whatever, especially with the Raptors path, right, where you have the Dark Seal, so you're a little bit stronger with that. And then you also have an early game rune, and you can actually fight a lot of early game champs now. So I really like it. I think you also do the Raptors path, right? I saw you started Q.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Okay, so let's look at you. I mean, yeah, one thing I didn't really say anything about your stats. Definitely your kills. I guess we will see that here as well. You're definitely a bit passive, it seems like, from this these stats. Also, yeah, like most people have like around 10 average kills. Devs, obviously. I mean, is this your first season where you're playing Echo, or?
Well, I played Echo in mid lane, but since this season I started playing jungle in general.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, devs could definitely be a little bit lower, but yeah, I mean, most people have around this number of devs. I think yeah, your dual win rate could also be higher, of course. It just means like right, like four out of 10 fights you take, you basically lose.
Yeah.
Which is of course not great, but I've seen worse stats as well. It's just it really comes with experience and whatever. So yeah, this is a stat that will just improve over time when you get better. I think that this is really good that you're participating in team fights a lot. One thing that could definitely be higher is this one, though, because like I have 12%, and I don't even know if that's good, but that's like double this amount. So it just means you can go for more dives, probably, right? Echo is very good at diving. He has his W where he has like a big shield, and then of course he has his ult, right? So it's something that Echo can do really well, and it's something that a lot of lower elo players definitely don't do nearly enough. If we look at your item completion times, it's like they could definitely be faster. They're not problematic though. It's really about like the third item, right? If you're really good at snowballing, that's something I also saw when we look at the patterns in a second. It's like it seems like the mid game is actually something where you kind of struggle sometimes. I don't know, maybe with like snowballing the game. Yeah, even here it's kind of visible, you know. After 50, usually it should just be going up, but for you it dips down a little bit, the gold advantage. So, I mean, it will be interesting to see that. Yeah, I guess objectives you're doing fine. Definitely objectives are like a really good way to win the game, you know? And especially in lower elos, you get easy, like you get so many objectives just for free because people don't really play around it effectively. And especially the Herald, like even higher elos, you can get the Herald for free so many times.
Yeah.
Because you can just do it so fast with the eyes open.
Yeah, with Nashers. I like to do the objectives more with Nashers.
Yeah. Yeah, it helps with that, of course. Yeah, well, definitely like that you don't surrender a lot. That's for sure good. Also, I think this is really good, actually, your win rate. So it seems like if you get some kills early, you are actually good at snowballing.
Yeah,
but
I don't, or I die early.
Yeah.
I seem to mess up.
Yeah, here it's like between 25 and 35 minutes. It's like a little bit of a dip, I don't know, in your win rate. We will see how that reflects in game, I guess, but yeah, I'm interested to see that.
Yeah.
I guess I would like to just see how you clear the jungle really quick and just like your jungle mechanics.
Alright.
And I don't even know if it's really worth doing because on the Raptors path, of course, you can't really fuck up that much, but Yeah, just want to see your
Sure.
like EQ combos and that stuff as well.
Open a practice tool.
Yeah. I'll just share your screen when you're ready. Oh, you're also playing quite a lot of Kindred.
Yeah. Kindred and Ekko.
It's interesting. Like I've had multiple people that have had this combination of champs. Like as their most played champs. Interesting.
I've recently started Sejuani
Hmm.
as a tank option.
Yeah. I mean, I am personally not a huge fan of Sejuani. Like, I just don't like playing her. I think she's kind of boring, but it's definitely a solid champ. I personally, I think for like tankier junglers, I would personally pick Zac as my favorite one. Yeah, I mean, just do the path really quick. You can also fast forward the time. You have like the outplayed is like where you record clips, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you sometimes watch that or?
My videos.
Yeah.
My gameplay. Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, but also like to improve or just.
Yeah, I'll try. When I lose or have like a bad loss, I'll try to.
Okay. Like right away, one thing definitely that you need to do is just stand further back so your Q hits all of the small ones.
Yeah. Oh.
I think generally you don't want to throw that last Q because now you won't have it right away for the Crux, or at least if you do it like very efficiently,
Okay.
you'll have to wait a little bit. I guess I can also show you really quick how you should do it, and then you can do it again. Let me just show you. I mean, or restart maybe, or just show me your like combos really quick, your EQ combos and whatever.
All right. So no top lane clear.
No, I mean, there's not really anything you can fuck up there, to be honest. It's mostly like efficiency with clearing is mostly really about clearing the small crocs with your Q, because that takes the most amount of time if you auto attack them.
Yeah.
And also, of course, hitting all the small ones. That's definitely something you need to do.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, how you want to test it?
Yeah, just put down a target dummy.
Yeah.
And then. Dude, I mean, would you say that you use the EQ combos in fights often or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's the most top one.
Okay, so.
Yeah, just engage him.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. I think you can throw the Q a little bit earlier. By the way, can you restart your stream so like with the screen share, not the application share, because now I can't see your mouse.
Oh really?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why it is like that, but.
All right.
Yeah, no, I can see it. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is fine.
Okay.
Do you also do the rocket belt combo, like the quick one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you reset the auto attacks, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I guess we'll see. I've had a lot of people telling me that they do it, and then in game they don't really do it that much. But it's not really necessary, you know. It really isn't. It's a nice thing if you can do it, but especially in your elo, it's not necessary at all, I would say. Like I've said this, like Drutud, I don't know if you know him, but he's played until 1K LP Challenger or whatever, and he's played Ekko there, and he legit doesn't know any Ekko combos. It's so much more about knowing your limits, and like, I mean, he also doesn't know his limits very well, but just good decision making in general is what will really help you the most. Okay, I'm just gonna try my screen really quick and show you
Alright.
how you should do it. I guess stay in the practice tool and then
Okay.
do the clear again after I showed you.
Yeah, sure.
Can you see the stream?
I cannot see your screen yet.
You have to go in it again, you know? Like you need to go in the Discord thing and then
Oh yeah.
open
Wait.
it.
I got
Yeah,
it.
it's so unintuitive. I don't know. Every single coaching session this happens, you know? So weird.
Right. I can see it, yeah.
Okay. So just I mean, you can stand wherever you want. You can stand like here. You can stand here or even here. Just important that your Q when it opens up that it hits like all of them. You know, because the way you were doing it, you were just standing here and then you were only hitting these few that are around there. And it's obviously not like something game deciding, but there's no reason not to do it correctly, you know. Yeah, and then also, okay, I kind of fucked it up here because I didn't hit one of the small ones, but it's not a huge deal. It will get cleared by the AoE. Yes, you know, now I need to waste one more auto attack because it was slightly inefficient, but yeah, this kind of stuff is not, it's not something you need to really worry about, but I'm still obviously going to tell you how to do it right. And then of course you just kite the camp. I think you also did that, right? Just kiting to the next camp. And then this is why you see, like, if I would throw out my Q now, then it would be on too long of a cooldown, and it doesn't really give you that much value. You can just do 2 more auto attacks and it's fine. And now the way these will die, they will all pop at the same time, and I can just Q them, you know. And then you have around 345 gold or whatever when you're done, or that's the thing you should aim for. Yeah. And I guess I can show you as well. I mean, the EQ combo is of course just like this, but oftentimes, especially with the rocket ball combined, you will. I tried to get that across in the mechanics video, but it's so difficult. I think I will definitely do like a game review of Xiao Lao Ben. The way he uses his abilities, it's just so, it's so smooth. I don't know. There's so many times where you just need to use your abilities fast, but I don't know. It's so difficult to explain. But the most important thing is to really think about using them. And not just throw them out just to be quick. Yeah. You also use the E auto attack cancel, like this, where you basically do this.
Yeah.
I mean, for you it's not super important because you're playing with Nashers, but yeah, as I said, I also said that in my video, right? Just practice it while clearing jungle. Every time you do it, just do like this. And just get used to it, to the feeling. It's not difficult, of course, you just need to press the button. Okay, so yeah, just do the clear again really quick. I'd like to see...
You can see my screen, right?
yeah, but you need to restart. Like, go up with the... Yeah, and then on the bottom... is it on the bottom? Ah, yeah, reset game. There it is.
Oh. Oh, right.
There. You know, the plus. You're also always playing Blue Smite, right? I think.
Yeah, I've used Green Smite sometimes when I'm playing against a lot of tanks.
Why against tanks? You mean like
I mean,
because they have a lot of CC or?
A lot of assassins, sorry.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've thought about that. Like, maybe it's worth, but I feel like personally for me it's just like I guess I like to think about the game in more of the best defense is like a good offense, right? If you just deal more damage, if you're just a little bit stronger.
Hmm.
I personally like that more, but it definitely has value, right? It is the highest win rate smite, so yeah. You see, like you need to throw it a little bit more to the right.
Yeah, so I
You
missed
you
one.
missed two, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don't auto attack the small ones too much. Like only proc the passive on the one on them.
Yeah.
Generally, you can proc it on 3, and then you just keep auto attacking the big one, and the small ones will die from your second Q and from the like the pet damage. Actually, restart now really quick. You kind of took a long time there.
Wait, let me see.
Yeah, reset game. Just really try to aim the Q before with the indicator and see how it should be. I also struggle a little bit with that when I started doing this part. I need to buy the jungle item.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just TP back into base. So.
What?
It was there. It's on the top. In the top row. No, it's like in the top row. And with all items.
Yeah.
The blue.
Oh, so I'm really blind.
No worries. Yeah, okay. So yeah, just stand like or stand yeah, just before you throw it, put the indicator so you can see. Like
I mean like this.
yeah, just left click it and then you will see of course how you can aim it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I messed up.
Yeah. It's whatever really. I mean just make sure yeah, at this point just make sure to attack the big one and then throw your Q and you will see like you really don't need to attack the small ones anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, generally of course you want to hit both of them.
Yeah.
And also smite, right? Just smite because not now. See, like because of the 30% passive, you didn't really use that fully with that. Yeah, it's whatever. I mean, you didn't do it perfectly, but in like you really don't need to do it perfectly. Just yeah, just go into a live game. Yeah, but just go into a live game now.
Yeah, sure.
And then maybe if you feel like you're still not super comfortable with it, just practice it a little bit more.
All right.
These are like the smaller things, you know. It's of course good to do it correctly and whatever for sure, but it's not something that will make the big difference in your elo. Like when people talk about like having a 330 jungle timer clear or whatever, this kind of bullshit, and they're like in gold or whatever. It's really they're just focusing on the wrong things, you know, because things something like decision making or like awareness in the game and that kind of stuff, it will have like a so much bigger impact than doing the jungle clear a couple of seconds faster.
That's true.
So what do you usually ban?
Sorry?
What do you usually ban? Which champ?
I ban Kha'Zix right now.
Okay, yeah, it's a very understandable ban.
And before that, when Amumu was strong in support and jungle, I banned Amumu a lot.
Okay. I mean, I don't think he was really strong in jungle in the last couple of patches, but yeah, it's definitely like an annoying matchup because it's so difficult to really fight team fights, right? When he's permanently there and can CC you for a long time.
What do you recommend? What do you recommend banning as Ekko?
Yeah, definitely Kha'Zix.
Yeah, or Kayn.
Yeah, Kayn as well. Yeah, Kayn was also my ban. I think at the moment I just don't see enough Kayn's to warrant banning him.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Kha'Zix is like so disgustingly overpowered that he's even being played in pro play. So
Yeah.
it just is. Yeah, I don't know. And especially, I don't know. I don't know if the. I think the new items were even really good for him, right? I don't. I feel like the Yumos is really broken from what I've heard.
Mhm.
So yeah, but I guess I'll find that out. I really haven't played nearly enough.
Since the new items.
Yeah. But as I expected, I think right, like Kog'Maw is seems to be one of the top ADCs now.
Yeah.
But at least from what I've heard, at least he doesn't really build defensively, so I think that's not even bad for Ekko. Like the Kog'Maws you were seeing before, they were always building Wit's End and
The
then
random.
sometimes even Force
Yeah.
of Nature and that kind of bullshit. And they will still kill you in 3 auto attacks. But now if they actually build like full offensive, then it's fine, right? You
I
can
don't know.
just one shot him.
If you ban Lulu, it's fine.
Yeah.
If you're playing against Kog'Maw Lulu.
Yeah. Like
That's really
enchanters are
annoying.
also buffed, right? Oh,
Yeah.
it's Nico Jungle. Nico should also be really OP now, no? Like she got buffed way too much. Let's see. It's gonna be interesting. Oh, she's still C tier. What? D tier? Like, are people just too dumb to play her? I feel like she was playable before, and now she got like huge buffs with this patch.
Yeah.
What? That's weird. I did not expect that. I think people are actually just too bad.
It's more annoying when you're a laner. You have to count like the minion waves.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, in general, like she still has like a 46% win rate, which is obviously really low.
Yeah.
Before she had 42, but now 46 is still like she's not that. I mean, she is kind of difficult, really. But man, your team is picking full AP as well.
Oh, yeah.
Kind
I
of.
have Jinx.
I mean, you have Jinx, yeah. So that's definitely a reason to play around your bot lane. This kind of stuff.
Yeah.
For sure, want to enable the only AD source in your team. I mean, they can't build them all that well. I guess Vayne can build Wit's End. Like Set can, of course, build some MR items, but that's really it. I mean, Blitzcrank as well, probably. It could be worse, right? There's definitely teams if they were allowed to build Maw and whatever. I mean, Maw is actually nerfed, right? I haven't played. That's definitely something that helped Ekko, I would say, in a lot of these AD matchups. I think Maw is a really mid-tier item now.
It was a useful item, yeah.
Yeah, it was like OP, but now, or at least in the against Ekko, it was like a hard counter. So I think especially the fact that the duration doesn't last as long anymore is really nice. That was
I
the
actually
most
haven't played
thing.
against Nico Jungle yet.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I played a bunch of games with her before she got buffed even, and I thought she was fine. It's just really not an easy jump to play, especially the W. I feel like now that you can control it, I feel like there's so much skill expression with that, but like to me that was too much really when I was playing it.
Oh yeah.
Actually using
I've
that
only
correctly.
played her a few times. I don't know. Just not really my champ.
Yeah. Yeah, not really mine either. But she's definitely more interesting now than she used to be, I would say. Yeah, I mean, this is perfect for the Raptors path, right? You just do it, you recall, and then you try to gank bot.
Yeah.
Leona has some gank setup. In general, their bot lane is kind of easy to gank if they're overextended. They don't really have good disengage at all. By the way, can you press on like the off-screen pings thing? Can you press on the OK?
Oh yeah.
Or it triggers a little bit. Yeah. What jungle are you playing against? Sorry, I didn't. Ah, Nico. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We talked about that though. Yeah, I mean, I don't think she's a jungle that can really invade you, to be honest.
No.
So yeah, I would just put down a ward where you are at the moment, right? Like just put it down at like 55 seconds, then recall, get a red trinket. Yeah.
They also changed the Oracle.
Yeah, it has 2 charges now, right?
Yeah.
I think this word doesn't give you any info that you're placing there. Not really. Like no extra info that is gonna be useful to you. Generally, so this is like a little bit risky. You could be cancelled there. By the way, do you want me to give you like a lot of active advice during the game, or mostly let you play your game? I feel like you maybe might be overwhelmed sometimes when I give you too much active feedback.
Yeah, you can give a little bit active feedback.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, I will give like a little bit, but I will mostly let you play your game, I think.
All right.
Alright, is your Gwen AFK? The fuck?
No.
Just smite right away.
All right.
There's no reason not to. Definitely look top. Yeah. Okay.
Nice. Oh wow.
Yeah, just definitely. I mean,
Should I try it?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe he was definitely killable, I would say, but it's still risky.
You can counter gank me, the Nico.
And also, I don't know if he flashed or anything.
Yeah.
I guess maybe you should have went for the gank there.
Yeah, because other lanes are pushed. So
No, yeah, definitely just go into your jungle.
yeah.
I mean, this is a good timing to do a lane gank on bot, to be honest. But yeah, let's see. Definitely look bot. Like you see on the minimap that they're fighting. Yeah, you need to move there.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're too
No.
late now. Yeah, definitely. Also, always ping, right? Like ping that you're moving there. Tell your
Mhm.
team what you're gonna do
Yeah.
and if you're gonna help them or not.
Yes.
Yeah, we will talk about after the game what you should have done there, or how you could have
All right.
helped there as well. Definitely look mid as well. You're kind of close to mid right now. Like when the Malzar is there. Oh, he's actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might be able to gank him
Yeah.
after the blue. Just smite the blue, so it's a little bit faster. Yeah. Yes, sweep.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
you're spotted, but you can maybe still fight. It's like depending on how. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you should help her push or not. I guess not. Just let her play. I mean, this
Wow.
wave set is fine. Also, you can ping the wards, right? So you know that it's warded. Yeah. I'll always do that. There's no reason not to. I think you should just clear your jungle. I mean, he saw you 1 second ago. I mean, if you keep playing this, okay, punish it, but... Okay, I mean, just try, I guess. Place your W.
Ah.
You're just not strong enough.
No.
And just go back to jungling.
Okay.
Yeah, like your jungle timers are not very good this game. They're very split up.
Mhm.
Because you just like you really okay. I don't want to talk too much in game, but we'll see in the game review mostly. Generally, you want to clear both of the camps on your side close to each other.
Yeah.
I think you should just recall, honestly. Just recall, get a blasting wand.
Blasting wand?
Yeah, it's better. It's better. Get a blasting wand. I've
Alright.
tried playing with Hextech Alternator, but it hasn't felt good.
Okay.
I don't know. It's like the health stats are just really wasted in the jungle, you know. You don't need extra health to clear. Definitely go to the crab right away, like first thing.
Yeah.
Try to contest it. And then see if you can gank bot if they're overextending. I
No.
don't think, no, they can collapse on you. Wait, did she start Drake?
I don't think she can on her own.
No, but I didn't see really if she walked in there or not on the minimap. Yeah, maybe try to walk in there from behind. It seems to be warded. Just abort, you know. I mean, clear the ward, but this was not good, you know. Now you just wasted a lot of time just to clear a ward. I guess you could do Drake, actually.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, just ping for it, though. Like, ping that you're gonna do it, and then maybe even sweep, see if they know that you're doing it. Definitely don't use your W when you're doing Drake like this.
Okay.
You need it in case you need to fight, you know.
Yeah.
I guess not a bad idea to pop your potion as well. Just so you're a little bit healthier.
My bot lane is not gonna help me.
No, but they pushed in, so they can't really move. It's fine.
No.
And I don't think they know that you're doing it either. See, like this is really big, of course. Getting these kind of drags for free is really good.
That's true.
I guess Nico's mid. You might probably need to def mid in a second. Definitely need to catch that wave. You definitely need to look, like, whenever you see on the minimap that a fight is breaking out, like, I don't know if you see it, but you definitely need to look on your minimap and see, and then at least look there to decide that if you move there or not, you know?
Okay.
But, I mean, that's something you said already, that's a weakness of yours, but...
Yeah.
The only way to really improve on that is just doing it.
Oh.
I think you can contest. Maybe. I mean, I don't know if the... Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Yeah. But she kind of stopped them. And maybe you can help her.
Yeah. You couldn't contest that one. Oh shit.
Oh. I couldn't really see. Maybe there was like a you're definitely go back to clearing jungle.
Okay. Yeah.
Like it will heal you enough.
I'm too low to help.
It's very pixelated at the moment. I can't really see too much, sadly. But maybe I feel like maybe there was a good second there where you could have ulted.
Yeah. I was thinking the same, but
like especially after the set dealt a lot of damage to you. Right, you could have healed quite a lot and then maybe even hit him.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe he would have died. We will see it in the game review. It's really quite hard to see right now. How much gold do you have?
1500.
How much do you need for rocket build?
2350.
Okay, yeah. So just recall, get the alternator.
Yeah.
Definitely need some kills to get it earlier, I guess. There were situations where you could have gotten kills earlier, and I mean that's definitely a weakness that was also in your League of Graphs that we could see, kind of that you're a little bit too passive maybe.
Yes.
But that's what I'm here for, of course, so I can help you with that. I mean, generally you want to start clearing from the Grump, you know?
Yeah.
When you start clearing from the Wolves, it basically means you want to gank bot now. Because you're already pathing bot, you know? Maybe, like, when you go back into your jungle, maybe try restarting the stream. I don't know, it's not really getting better at the moment.
Sure. Oh, it's Nico.
I feel like you can actually help there. Leon is
Yeah.
still full HP.
Yeah, that was bad. But
I think it was fine. I mean, I didn't really see too much, but I think it was
alright, let me
okay.
restart now.
Yeah. Just go to your Grump, clear it, and then recall
Yeah,
for
I'll
the...
take
Ah,
take
yeah, and the crab is there. Didn't see. Definitely be careful with him. I think he can kill you from that HP with ult.
Okay.
Oh, actually, now it's kind of good. Wait, can you just tab in again?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it actually fixed it. I think it would have been better to clear Grump and then blue, and then just recall. So at least you
Right.
have a little bit longer blue duration. Also, always make sure to hit the return Q on the Grump, right? Just walk behind it when it comes back like that. Just like a small optimization, of course, but still. Actually, how much gold do you have right now? Or how much do you need for Rocket Belt? 800 something?
I can have it now, yeah.
Okay, I think you should wait for your wolves to respawn, clear them, and then just clear your whole jungle. Yeah, maybe help your team def mid now.
Yeah.
Also sweep, so you don't know that if you're being spotted or not.
Oh yeah.
Can open the eye. I
Oh.
think if you hit the eye, you would
Yeah.
have actually stopped the team
I know.
charging. Get your wolves, get your wolves, get your wolves.
Oh yeah.
You really need to start doing that. Like, I think actually almost every single clear you've taken so far, it was like only one of the two camps on the side, but you really need to clear the whole quadrant, you know?
Yeah.
Makes the clear so much more efficient. You actually have decent farm numbers, but still. Yeah, just get the rocket belt. I would say Mercs actually this game. Yeah, I would say Mercs.
Yeah. Okay.
Mercs and then like a dagger, I guess. No. Did you already? No, okay, just a dagger. Don't go in debt for like M-toms. And now go to Crocs. Go to Crocs. Or at least, or I mean, look bot. But go to Crocs. Go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine.
I think they're.
Oh. Yeah, if you can get something here, then it's good. You might be able to get something here. You have rocket belt and ult and everything.
Yeah. Try to catch in there.
Guess you can contest the. Yeah, you can just kill her. Nice.
Alright.
You can even kill the Vayne. Just place the W somewhere.
Wow.
Okay, he wanted to die. Oh, okay, just get the Drake. Just ping that you want to do Drake.
Yeah.
Like the reaction should be that your bot lane pushes the wave and then they come.
Okay.
At this point, the game is definitely like it's in your control. That's how you should think of it, right? You have a 450 gold shutdown. Right is telling you that you're really strong now, so
yeah.
You can look for active plays now for sure. You can just kill him. Yeah, okay.
Alright.
I guess you could even look to like just clear you towards the top side and then look to do Herald.
Yes.
I think you're in a position where you can just contest it.
Did I get this one as
Yeah,
well now?
yeah. Wait. If it's like 10, 15 seconds, and especially if it will fix your jungle timing, then it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely look top. I think yeah, go top right away here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you can even kill the set. Definitely start sweeping in the brush here. See if you're being spotted. Yeah, he's too far up though. You can definitely be careful with the blitz though. Okay, there were definitely some mistakes here.
Okay. Alright.
The Nico's doing Herald, I guess.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dead.
No, he actually didn't EU before.
Wow.
Oh damn,
Please.
wow. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely just recall. You don't want to die to the Nico. Just really don't risk it. You have such a huge shutdown.
Yeah, that's true. Just want to save the Leo now.
Yeah, but you see, like this is a decision where you should just make the decision to drop her if you need to, because it doesn't matter if she dies. It matters 10 times more if you die.
Should I get Magi's now?
I think it's not a wise decision because you just flashed and you also are playing against a Malzahar, which can just point to click CCU for such a long time, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm personally a huge fan of buying Madras, of course, but I think this is actually a decision where it's not a good idea.
Okay.
It really isn't. Only skill your E.
Oh yeah.
I think at this point you shouldn't use your W for clearing jungle because you'll stay at full HP as well, and now in the next 10 seconds, if there's a fight breaking out in mid or whatever, you just don't have it available, you know?
Okay.
There's
Yeah,
like
sure.
no big reason. And also clear the small ones. Okay. No, I think just clear your jungle.
Yeah.
It's fine. They can't really push there. I don't think. I don't know why the Jinx is not just pushing.
No.
Everyone died. I guess she wants to help div top. I think at this point you should farm for Magi's plus Nashor's, so you should stay on the map. I think just go topside, see if you can get something there, or like actually just shove in mid or kill her. Yeah, now that she showed, she might walk up more. Okay, it's not even worth it. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, no, the Nico's there.
Oh.
You really see, like, you really do not need to run away from her. There, you're 2 levels up on her. You're just 10 times stronger.
That's true.
There's no reason.
Malzahar.
And the Malzahar, yeah, he's still so far away though. If he doesn't have flash, he's just dead here. Didn't need to ult. That was kind of wasted. Yeah, I think just go base now. This is like a really good time to base because you will stack the Magi's very easily now, you know?
Okay.
And the enemies might fight at the Drake as well, right? They want to contest it. So especially before objectives, it's a really perfect time oftentimes to buy Magi's.
Yeah, should I just have ulted there?
No. You also shouldn't have went in that for the control ward. You get -50, you know? from futures market if you walk out of base.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man, so many people don't know that. I feel like it's crazy. Yeah, that's obviously you're like taking a loan, you know. You're
Yeah.
going in debt, so it means
Yeah.
you're getting -50, and of course it's worth it if you can complete an item or whatever. But that's why you shouldn't do it for smaller items.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess just look if the topside crab is up. Could actually be.
Yeah.
Also, maybe place the control word in the pixel brush or whatever.
Mhm.
Sweep as well here.
Oh,
No, it's not up. Yeah, just clear your jungle.
Yeah. Oh. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, you could actually just do Nash, to be honest. You know, just ping that you go there. I mean, definitely your team needs to come. You can't just do it. I mean, you can't do it now when your Jinx is in base. Sorry, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was typing something in chat. Yeah, but I mean, you could have done it there for sure, right? The set is that you're just really ahead in general. If anyone wants to come and contest, you just kill them. You can smite for slow. What? What? You really did not need to flash there.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Alright.
Yeah, now just to Nash. Just, I mean, you're so far away, but they really can't contest you, right? Like every
Yeah,
time
I wanted to
they.
do the bot jungle, but yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah, I
right.
mean that's fine, but in general you easily can do Nash here. It's just your team obviously needs to move. But
Yeah.
I think even without the Jinx, you probably can do it. Yeah, see, like your damage is so good. Just make sure someone else is tanking it because you only deal half the damage if you're the one tanking it. You get like a debuff. Did you know that? You have it again now.
Oh,
It's
really?
like on the bottom,
Oh.
you know. There's like the 11, and then if you're the one tanking it, now you don't need to run away that fast, that far. I will show you afterwards.
I didn't know it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely important if you're on a
Okay.
carry champ like Ekko. Yeah, buy control ward now, I guess.
Now we have to push.
Yeah. I think get the red really quick, and then push, or maybe even clear the top set. Like even with Nash, you can still clear your jungle
I
really
can
quick.
split top lane, I think.
You can, yeah. I mean, you're so strong, you can definitely do that. Ekko's very good at split pushing. I personally, I think I don't even do it enough for how good he is at it.
Oh wow. Oops. My bad. Yeah,
See,
I messed
okay,
up.
so what was the mistake here?
Well, I had tunnel vision.
No, you didn't use your W.
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That, like, you wouldn't have died there if you just used your W where you were gonna fight. Yeah, that was so easy to know there where you were gonna fight. Because everyone was just moving in. Exactly where your mouse is at the moment, basically, that's where you should have put the W. That's fine. I mean, this game is for sure won. I guess just go to your bots. Yeah, I definitely buy the Needle Seal Art right now. See, like that's why futures market is so good. Like sell the control board by because you couldn't have bought it otherwise, but now it didn't even feel that horrible to die. Yeah, you should definitely take it. You're much stronger than her.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the reason to fully clear your jungle here is to get level 16, maybe. Do you get it now? Maybe you get it even now, I'm not sure. I think you can also smite, I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point, yeah. Okay, you even get it, so it's fine.
Late game, I always use smite for objectives or
Yeah, that's fine, but it's still, if you have 2 charges, you know, it's only a 15-second cooldown, so you at
Yeah.
least just use it so 1 recharges every time.
I think we can
Also
end.
small, yeah, you can just end, honestly. Just kill them here. They really can't engage on you like that.
Alright.
Yeah. By the way, like, this is not meant to be talked about. Do you not know what Vayne does or something? I feel like there were multiple situations in this game where you...
Yeah, I know what he does, yeah.
But you were, like, really not playing around her E especially, like, so many
No,
times.
I know. She stuck me on the wall a few times, yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
And there were, like, a lot of situations how you could have played around it. I guess... Right, that's why I usually ask with the mechanics question, but you told me you watched my video, but it really, in a lot of situations, it really didn't feel like you... I mean, of course, it's hard to apply everything I said in this video and whatever, even just after watching it for sure. It's just sometimes you were definitely not using your abilities very efficiently, but of course that's what we'll look at now.
Yeah.
Overall, I would say definitely something, but you actually started doing that after I told you, right? Like just looking at the lanes and looking at what kind of fights are happening. Like actually, even after just starting to do that, you just started getting way more kills,
Yeah.
right? I feel like
The
just
beginning
after
was a bit
really
slow.
looking. Yeah, exactly. In the beginning, you weren't really looking at the lanes, and then you started really looking at them, and you were actually able to join so many fights. And see, like now you're even getting 3 honors because
Yeah.
you carried your team. All
Alright.
right. So let me show my screen.
Okay.
No, just you should be able to see it, right?
I don't see
Oh no,
anything.
actually no. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I stopped it accidentally.
Alright, now I see it, yeah.
Yeah, see, like in the early game you had basically no kill participation, and then you actually got quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, right. The thing is, if you place this ward here, it's not like sometimes people cover here, so they might just cancel you, or even depending on what champs they're playing, they might even engage you or whatever. Like a blitz could hook you, and what. There's no reason. And if you just place the ward here, you're basically always safe, and it gives you the same information that you want. Like this ward, if you place it here early, it will never give you information on ganks or anything. Like basically never, unless the enemy is trolling. The only info you want with this ward is if you're getting late invaded, basically.
Yeah.
So that's where you place it, and that's where you can also place it here or here, or whatever. It doesn't really matter a whole lot. But you really need to do that mostly against champs like Lee Sin or Jarvan and those kind of champs.
Alright.
So like recalling in the river is just slightly risky. Then again, of course, you again didn't hit all of them. I think just try it from here. Maybe like from here is a little bit weird because you need to pull them. Just try it from here. Really, just stand at the wall, and I think you will hit them every time, because it's just really easy.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a huge difference, of course, but it makes a difference. So there's no reason not to do it, and it's really not that difficult. You just need to actually want to do it, I guess. Yeah, here I guess just really start looking top, right? As soon as you're on Crux, of course you will always finish clearing them, so there's no real reason. But now you could have also already kited them into his direction, right? If you want to gank there.
Yes.
And I mean, he still has all his sums up. I don't know if you can kill him. I think you still can kill him though. If you would want to gank him here, definitely use your potion. For sure. So you're not super low, but yeah, I mean with this wave CC, like he wants to push this wave and he needs to stay here. He also doesn't have TP. I think, like you actually should have ganked, right? I also told you don't gank or whatever, but I think you should have actually ganked him.
Yeah.
Just walk here, walk around, place a W, right? Like that's also something you didn't really do very effectively, but we'll see that in later stages as well. But when you're here and he's here, just always place a W around here somewhere. And it will at least give you the shield, right? It might not stun him if he reacts correctly, but it will give you the shield every time, and then you can kill him if he's half HP. Right? Like he might be able to flash somewhere, but I don't even think if he's this far up, you can at least follow him with flash and kill him. And also you have the rep of Reddit slows a little bit, so yeah. How much does it actually slow? Does it say? No. Okay. Yeah, here as I said, this is a good time to do a lane gank. So a lane gank is like walking in this
Wait
brush.
there, yeah.
Yeah, I think this would have actually worked perfectly in this scenario, with the way it plays out. Your bot lane actually gets some kills, and also, generally, I don't think you want to do the wolves here, because if you just do Grump, Blue, and Crab, you're
You get
also
level
level 4.
4.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's everything you really need at this point. You don't need to fully clear, and also then if you go back to jungling, you can just clear wolves, and this, and then like
Walk up.
you clear like wolves and walk up, and it's very efficient, you know. So
Yeah.
it's not a huge deal to leave them up most of the time. Yeah, and now like they're kind of fighting.
Mhm.
I don't know when realistically exactly you could have been in the brush, but yeah, I think. And also you were looking like a little bit too late bot lane, you know. So
Yeah.
so you weren't really able. If you like, first of all, if you hadn't cleared this, right? If you would have just
I
went
would've
here,
made-
you would have been able to join this fight so
Get the
easily.
kill, yeah.
Yeah, and definitely get the blitz, I think. I mean, the Vayne would have probably died before already, but I think the blitz you could have collected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and now you
Those-
should already decide that it's too late, yeah? Like,
Yeah.
there's no reason to keep chasing there, or like, yeah, you're basically just running and wasting time. And then here I told you, right, if you're clearing the crab, you're so close to mid lane, just look there. Look and see if it's gankable. It might not be, but then at least you have the info that it's not gankable, and yeah, like this is just the kind of info you need. And then he was kind of even walking into you. Actually interesting to know. I wasn't sure if you would get level 4 from this, but it's actually good to know. If you don't clear the blue, you apparently also get level 4. Yeah. But now, like, of course, your timing is just a little bit delayed, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine, you still cleared the Grump, but generally, as I said in game already, you want to just clear this and then clear the next camp right away, if you can. And then look for plays most of the time. Like, especially in the early, there were a lot of times where you only cleared one of the camps.
Yeah.
Yeah, then here, if you're walking, I told you, right, sweep, always sweep. Just you need to know if you're being spotted, right? You need to know if they will react to you or not, you know? So if you know that you're being spotted here and they know that you're here, then it's likely that if they move in a way where they're close to here, whatever they know, and they might just throw abilities at you and that kind of stuff. So just always sweep when you're getting close to a lane. Like every like I would say, this area, as soon as you're walking here from either side or whatever, always sweep in the mid.
Okay.
And then from like in the jungle, I would say definitely in the tri-brush and then in the river. Like sometimes people also place wards deeper. And then of course if you're in like basically all the brushes that are not in your jungle, it should just be sweeped.
Yeah, I think I'm
every
just
time.
a little bit inconsistent with the sweeping.
Yeah,
Because
just
sometimes
get
you do it and
consistent
then
with it,
sometimes-
I
yeah.
guess. I mean they last a little bit shorter now, right?
Mhm.
But of course now you have 2 charges. Yeah, so maybe you can't sweep as early anymore as you used to, but yeah, I think you'll get used to it. Yeah, so see, like now we know that they've spotted you, so there's no real reason to keep walking here.
Yeah.
Then yeah, in this wave state, if the Annie wants to recall really badly here, which she doesn't really because she still has a potion, then you want to, like, if she has like no mana at all, she's maybe has 200 less HP, so she really can't lane anymore. Then you definitely help her shove, but this is like fine because she's quite safe under her tower here, so she can just last hit and then it's okay.
Yeah, here mess up.
Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, then of course always ping this, right? There's really no reason. This is one button. It even gives you gold nowadays. Like Riot actively wants you to ping. So just do it. Then like there's no this was like a not a huge mistake, but it's like no reason to walk here. Just walk here. Just walk here. Like no reason to show them that you're walking this direction. Especially after you saw 1 second ago that you that they have vision here, right? Like if you want to go top here, then you can walk through here and it costs you like 1 extra second, but they don't know for sure that where you're going. And now you're just giving away so much info for free. I thought maybe you would want to clear it then. Like that's
But I
also not
didn't
what you
have
did.
Yeah, I didn't have the Oracle.
Well, but you could have done it with this plant, you know, if you.
Yeah, that's true.
So like yeah, and then he's still like he's just so tanky, I guess, that you can't really kill him here. Of course, this is why you don't want to play too much to your AP sides, right? Because he can just build such good items against you.
Yes.
And I guess that's also why you weren't really able to kill him here. But let's see if you could have maybe played something better. I mean, this SW was good placement-wise. As I've said also in my video, it's really more about the shield than anything else. I think you missed your E here. Pretty sure, yeah, you eat a minion.
Yeah.
He's even such a moron that he still gets stunned, you know? And I feel like that helps so much. That happens so much in this elo, right? Where people just walk into your W randomly. But generally, definitely place your W from further back, because now the minions can see you. I mean, you were spotted here no matter what from the ward, but if you weren't, then there's no reason to walk into the minion range to place it. Like, let's see. Yeah, he can see you from the minions, and if you just place it from here, which you can range-wise, then he won't see it. And you also did the same thing here a bunch of times, where you walked out of the brush for placing it, instead of just placing it from out of vision.
Yeah.
Like the time they have from out of vision is just so much less. Okay, let's really see if you could have killed him. I think it's fine that you kite away from him here, because you don't have your passive up, and like the autos would be into the shield mostly anyways, and you would take quite a lot of damage. So I think that's fine.
True damage.
Yeah. I don't know if you could have ran behind him here. You know, like for hitting the return Q. Maybe that would have actually made the difference.
Yeah. Maybe.
Could have. Like if you, I think if you spaced it a little bit better, and you could have stayed closer to him, and then. Now, I think now even you can just run behind him. Yeah, you did like an auto attack instead of running behind him. I think that could have killed him because he's quite low here. But yeah, small thing, I guess. Yeah, someone in chat is asking if you play with like Sweeper for the rest of the game, and yeah, you do. Like as a jungler, you should play with Sweeper. It's so important to know if you're being spotted. Like not first for being safe, but also just for being efficient, right? You waste so much time if you don't know if you're being spotted.
Yeah.
How much gold do you have? So, like the reason you want to recall now is just because walking down here takes such a long time. And then afterwards you have like you have like an extra amp tome to buy, but it's much better to have like the blasting wand now, and then be able to clear this jungle faster and also stay on the map, you know, because you won't be able to stay on the map if you clear this now. So this is like this is a good recall. I mean, I told you to recall here, but like in the future, definitely take these kind of recalls. And the amp tome, it just doesn't give you too much value. Yeah, I think you could go in debt here for an amp tome as well, or almost, but it's not worth. I personally only go in debt for blasting ones or better. Like if it's 850 gold or more.
Yeah.
I think losing -50.
I didn't know it about futures market, so it's good to know.
Yeah, a lot of people don't seem to know that. Yeah, definitely, like, don't walk out of base randomly when you're -10 gold or whatever, just wait it. I think you did that once with the control word, right? Like, they definitely never do that with the control word.
No.
Of course, right, here, if the crab is up, it's like contested area, so it has higher priority than your own jungle. Right, your own jungle, you will be able to take it afterwards, so just try to get the crab right away, and then go back to your own jungle. I think also you could have just, I mean, it definitely makes sense to hold your smite in general, but I think you could have smited it like now, and then you would have already cleared it here. Yeah. And you wouldn't have even had to show to the Malzahar. But of course, it's fine. Oh yeah, the Nico was also bot here. Definitely don't walk in there or something. Like if there's like a numbers advantage, really just respect it, especially in the early game when you're not much stronger or anything.
Yeah.
Then here, I mean, you can't really walk there. Yeah. I don't know if you can, like, now you can definitely look to help them because they're really low, but at this point the only thing you can really do is dive, to be honest.
Yeah, and I was level 5, so...
Yeah. I mean, even with level 5, if you're full HP, you can definitely dive someone like that, because she's just like 1 E away from dying. But for that to happen, you need to communicate with your team that you want to go for a dive. So you need, like, I personally would just ping the push thing, so they push, so the wave's under tower. And at this point, I think you're just wasting time here, right? You don't even get him. It's like, as soon as he starts moving away like this, you can basically stop. It's fine that you clear the vision, and then of course you also get the Drake here, because, see, like, of course they are not helping you, but the enemies are in base, so they can't really contest anyways. And as soon as you have the blasting wand, you can usually take objectives by yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Like it takes some time, but it's you don't drop too low, and you do it in like a reasonable time. And getting these kind of stats is like so massive, right? Just converting these kind of stats into gold, especially in the late game. Of course, it's like percentage. It's so much, you know. Like I don't know how much is it? 5% AD and AP. It's quite a lot in the late game as well. So if you manage to get that early, it's such a huge win.
Yeah. Also, before this, I didn't get the blasting wand at first.
Yeah.
I always take the what is it?
The alternator. Yeah, I also tried that, but I tried that once and it felt so bad. I don't know. It's like the blasting wand really helps you quite a lot in clearing the jungle camps.
Yeah.
Just makes it much faster. Yeah, definitely just take the wave in these kind of situations. Your any stat, of course. It's like free extra gold for you that you wouldn't get otherwise, so it's really nice. If you queue this one, you would have gotten it as well, right? Like just the outgoing queue would have lasted that. Yeah, then the Nico's of course doing Herald. It's actually crazy that she just abandons it.
Yeah, and here it starts.
Yeah.
I think I could have played it better for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Like one thing I would have done personally, I think in this situation is just place the W over here, you know, before taking the plant. Like just from here, place it and then go over maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, just placing somewhere to maybe save her. Okay. Yeah, here I couldn't really see actually in game. Definitely, like this E is so risky, you know. Using E in this situation after he walks out of the brush is like a big mistake in my opinion. That's also what I said in my video, right? The E is a spell where you need to hold it sometimes, even though it's not like a huge cooldown. In this situation, for example, it like see what happens, right? After you use your E, he just tries to run you down because your biggest defensive spell is just gone for no reason. So in this situation, you got such small value out of it. Because you just got some extra damage, it would have been much better to just hold it, and then you really are not ever at the risk of dying. Then, like, as soon as this happens, I would just place a W here or something. Or maybe even in your path if you feel like he will keep placing you.
Yeah, no.
I mean, now you place, like, a good W. Definitely important to proc it. It's definitely, yeah, like, a big mistake is that the fact that you procced your passive into his shield. You should have procced it right away, I think, actually, here. Yeah, like, just auto attack now. I think you just cancel it on accident.
Yeah, I think we would have killed him.
And now maybe you could have ulted. I think it was there. Can we not see the ult clone? It's so difficult to see. Where is it?
Yeah,
it must be around here, but I think I think you could have ulted the Nico. And like the Amador doesn't even have ult. He doesn't have ult and he doesn't even have mana to play the game, so this is actually like a 2v2 pretty much. And if you ult now, you will still heal quite a lot, I think. It's like the last 4 seconds. So I mean, yeah, you were only half HP, but you would have healed for like you would have been this HP almost, I think. Yeah, let's count really quick. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, if you ult now, you were like so healthy, and you hit the Nico probably, or you're close to her. I mean, she still dies, right? But you don't even get an assist for her. No. So yeah, now it's like so important. Like with this amount of gold, you don't want to base, especially if your whole jungle has been up for like some time now. You really want to clear it, and you can clear it so easily. See, you don't even drop low. You actually heal from the camp. Pretty much, like especially after clearing it, of course, you get like the little bit of a boost. Yeah. So yeah, I mean now, yeah, the thing is now you really need to think about like you obviously don't want to. Optimally, if you would have gotten like an assist or a kill, you could have stayed on the map and then cleared your jungle, and you would have been able to buy rocket belt. But with this amount of gold, you won't be able to, even if you clear the whole site. So I think this is a good base timing, so you at least are as strong as possible for the next upcoming objectives and that kind of stuff. Because you'll have to take a base no matter what here. Pretty much. Yeah, I was just seeing... Went in that. Yeah, again, like I told you in game as well, right? If you're starting to clear here, then you're basically looking to just path down and bot. Of course, in this situation, you had to def mid again. I think that actually really helped you quite a bit this game. The fact that you got some free XP in mid. One thing you should have done for sure is just throw the Q from here, right? Like hit all of them.
Yeah.
The way you did it was a little bit weird here. Like just stand here and hit all of them. Hit the whole wave. There's no real reason to throw it like this.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, definitely last hit them, right? If you can, you could have gotten all of them easily. It's not a huge difference, but it's like just 3 gold.
Yeah.
Oh, this is we actually didn't even know that this word is definitely. It's not a brush you often check. It's like a good word actually. This and this brush, of course, and also these ones are like they're good. They give you so much good info sometimes, and they're not really cleared that often because nobody really walks through those brushes.
I think we get the first kill here, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think this W was fine. See, like, I don't know, I don't think you had to flash here if you just play a little bit more patiently. I guess the W could have been a little bit further behind. Also, I'm pretty sure in this situation, I don't know if you ping, but like in this, for sure ping, right? Ping that you want to help here. Like always ping so that Leona knows that she has to do more than just run, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think maybe placing the W a little bit further behind would have been better, but it's like it's still pretty good here. And if you just keep running here, there's no reason to E now because you're not in a range anyways. Yeah. Just keep running at them. They're still overextended, and then wait for them to use their like W here. Yeah, you're easily in range here, you know, if you just play a little bit more patiently. And then you could have killed them as well, I'm pretty sure, right? If you don't flash before that.
Yeah. I messed up my E here, yeah.
And you weren't able to proc your passive as well.
Yeah.
It's okay, I mean, you got 1 kill. And I mean, you were able to snowball off of it, so it's fine. But yeah, I think with flash, could have maybe killed all of them. If the Malzahar has ulti, I told you, right, you're definitely... I'm not sure if he can actually kill you, but it's definitely close. Like, if you're around half HP and he does the combo... If he does the combo correctly, then... Which he didn't do in later. Like, he has to E you before and then Q and ult and whatever, so it gets reapplied, but he didn't really do that. But then you are definitely at a risk of dying. You definitely always run behind it, you know? So the return Q hits if it's coming back like this. Just like a small efficiency, but the return Q is what really deals the most damage. I mean, not really much, not by much, but it deals like more than half of the Q damage. And if you get a free one like this, for sure, just take it. Yeah, it's actually good that you're a little bit patient here and wait for him to move out of the brush. But here, you step out of the brush to use your W. There's no reason. There's no reason to show them. Just do it from here. Where you place it was perfect, but just like there's no reason to place it. And you still got the stun, right? That's the crazy thing. They saw you place and you still got the stun, but you should just place it from here. It's easily in range, and they obviously have much less time to react then. Yeah, here it took you quite a long time to get into the W, but it was actually, because of that, it was actually kind of layered perfectly with the CC from the Leona. Yeah. I mean, you didn't do that on purpose, I'm pretty sure, but if that's definitely something that is optimal in this situation, you know. If we look at the stun, yeah, but if we look at the timer, like the stun timer of the Malzahar, see, and now you walk into your W, so he's just stunned for such a long time. Like he was so tilted, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's something you need to focus on, like doing this kind of stuff, but it's something you should know about, right? Like sometimes you might just want to proc it a little bit later so you get the maximum of value. Yeah, of course, just the Herald here. You really just need to stand behind it, and then I think you would have died instantly. If not, then you could have smited it for sure, and they would have died. But this was like whatever. You still stumped them in the end, to be honest. It's actually crazy. Like this game really snowballed out of control at some point. Yeah. You were still behind here, even by 1k. Yeah, I think at this point it's definitely important to take a base. Oh wow, what the fuck? You know, I pressed on it twice. I don't know how it went back so far. Could be 30 seconds. Let's see, how much gold do you have here? Yeah, 1.8k. At this point, it's just not worth to keep clearing your jungle. Just clear this so it's a little bit fixed, and they will respawn together at some point.
I think I cleared it because of the timing of the jungle camps coming up again.
No. I mean, actually, I don't even know if it's worth clearing the wolves here. You might just want to recall, to be honest.
Okay.
Now that I think about it, because then you just want to wait until the grump respawns and then you clear them at the same time. You know, at this point it's already fucked. This is not really fixing. This is actually like just keeping it at a weird timing. Yeah. The only time you want to clear this is, of course, if you need like a certain amount of gold, but I don't think you needed that in this situation. Yeah, you're kind of over. You're just buying the boots here. By the way, the reason. Okay, I mean, this enabled you to get the dagger, so which is fine. It's like some value. The reason I think you should buy Mercs here is like, Set, first of all, he has stuns, right? He's E stuns.
I have a lot of CC.
Yeah, like his ult slows you also, or it slows other people by a lot. Then the Nico, of course, she has like a lot of CC actually. I mean, the knock-up doesn't help you, but it also stuns. Malzahar doesn't help, right? Like the ult, it doesn't help, sadly, because it's a suppression. But also Blitzcrank ult. Like the silence, sometimes it can really... Okay, it's only for 0.5. It actually doesn't help against that at all then. But I think does he slow as well? No. Maybe it's not even that worth then, to be honest. I mean it's fine still because of AP damage, right? Like the Blitzcrank is only AP damage, Malzahar's AP damage, and Nico's also AP damage.
Malzahar was pretty fat.
Yeah, it's fine, but maybe Sorks would have been better here. Although the reason you might not want to buy Sorks here is because you have so much AP in your team that it's very likely that the enemies will build a lot of MR. And then having flat MR is worth less, you know? You understand that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think when I would have played this game alone, I would have bought the normal boots.
Yeah, I think it wouldn't have been a mistake. See, but the way you're using the rocket belt, it's not efficient, you know? Okay. You're just using it as your first spell, but you're never using it for the combo or anything. I mean, it's fine, you still get the kill here, but still. I guess in this situation you actually needed it to get in range. Pretty sure. Well, actually not. I think you could have just ran at her and eat, but yeah, this is not a huge mistake. Then in this situation, for sure, just know that you can kill them, of course. But you need to place a W here, and then now it kind of sucks that you don't have the rocket belt. You still get them because the Blitzcrank trolls, but like what he's doing is so dumb. The fact that he hooks you.
He hooks me, yeah.
Yeah. Also, if you would have smited the Vayne, you would have gotten her as well. But of course, giving kills to your ADC is not like a thing you don't want to do. It's completely fine.
And then we get the Drake.
Yeah, and at this point, I told you, right, the game's in your control. Even though you're not that far ahead overall, I would say like this is a game where I would bet money on you winning it.
Yeah.
It's very much in your control. They don't have a lot of CC to shut you down. I mean, they have the Malzahar CC, but still. Here, of course, you don't have E, but you should know that you have CC here with your Leona and whatever. So just stay close to this wall and jump over as soon as your E is up again. You know, could have maybe KS'd him or whatever. Probably not. They were kind of fast. And then you rocket belted against the wall. I don't know if that was just like optimistic.
Yeah, I think
it doesn't go through walls.
Maybe I can get an assist or something.
No, but it doesn't go through walls, right? The
true.
bolts. Yeah. So. Yeah. At this point, you definitely want to finish this one, right? The blue smite. So you should just keep jungling here. Yeah. Of course, I didn't really see it, but the wolves are also respawning, right? Definitely, if they're like a short respawn timer, then always let them respawn and clear them. This kind of fixed your jungle timers now, right? Now these camps will spawn pretty close to each other again. Yeah, and then see, like, this is the perfect timing. If you're around here, you just look top, and you see, can I go there, and can I get something? If yes, then you go there. If no, then you just jungle, you know? And that's perfect, because now your camps will still be sitting for you to take in the future with, like, a good path. That's, like, the optimal way to do it. Okay, and I think here you definitely could have killed him much easier. I think you Okay, like the big thing here is the way you engage him, and you E on him. What you should do is just place your W, walk up to him, and Q him. See, like especially because he walks into you.
Yeah.
Just Q him. Keep him, like let the stacks come into you, and he doesn't even deal damage to you then, you know, and you will still be able to deal the same amount of damage to him. Like place the W now here, and then like using E first here is like the worst thing you can do. Either W or Q it should be the first thing. And as soon as you see him walking into you, like just Q him, place your W even afterwards. It's still fine. And then he has 2 stacks on him. You E him. You have a lot of move speed, you run away, he literally isn't able to deal damage to you. Then you stay kind of close to him, you probably just smite him and you can kill him. It doesn't even matter that the Blitzcrank is here. The way you place it now, you got stunned, you got hit by everything. And then like a big mistake is ulting here, when you have exhaust on you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like it's just, how much? Minus 35%?
I never noticed like my W usage. How I use it.
Yeah, it's you just don't use it basically, or you use it like too late oftentimes. Every time you start a fight, you should use it really. It makes such a huge difference.
Yeah.
Like, maybe really watch my mechanics video again and actually try. I know I sometimes I just talk too fast with it and whatever. It was really hectic, I guess, in some situations, but really try to understand the things that I'm saying, because like this is definitely something I talked about, right? Just really using your W only for the shield. The shield is more than enough in these situations. I mean, now you place them, you even stun both of them, but it's really just because they're idiots, you know? At some point, when you get into higher eels, you will see that people just don't get stunned like that anymore, or most of the time at least. Yeah. And then you would just notice that you're lacking in certain parts of your gameplay. Yeah, but like the big thing is just, I think you could have even, let's see the timing, if you could have waited out the exhaust, I think you could have waited out the exhaust here. I know it's scary, of course, you're really low HP here. But see, like they're stunned for such a long time still.
Yeah.
I think you might have been able to wait it out, and then maybe he dies right away. And now you could have just engaged on the Blitzcrank really quick. You had your abilities up. Yeah. Just engage on him when the Leona's there, and he's almost dead, he probably dies. Like the Leona can probably finish him off. See, like your EQ is up. The set is really far away. Like now the set is too far away, you just EQ really quick. Proc the passive, and then you keep chasing them. You can chase them really well with the movement speed. The Nico's also, she doesn't even give a fuck that you're fighting here, she doesn't move. So, yeah. And like no reason to E away here as well. Just Q him, like the Q is so good. Like against these melee champs, they can't play the game if you just keep queuing them. Like you don't even need to EQ, just Q him first, slow him. Like just think of it as slowing them down, and then when they have 2 stacks, you just proc it with your E, and they can't really punish you for it. And yeah, this flash, you were out of range from the set E, so it was.
Yeah, I should have stayed, and I could have got the passive off.
Yeah, and the whole time you also have Rocket Belt available.
Yeah.
You could have definitely cast the Blitzcrank here. But yeah, like this flash was too defensive, and then now when she hits the E, you just Rocket Belt, he dies right away. So yeah, this was like really sloppy, but it still worked out, right? That's why it's so easy to climb with Ekko, because you don't even need to play nearly perfect, and you are still super fat this game. And yeah, here for example, I mean, you still live, but only because the Malzahor is like an idiot. If he's good, he just eats you before, and then you die there. But he only pressed R on you because he's just not very good. But definitely, that's the one thing, you just need the awareness that he can do this, right? It's super worth it if he's able to kill you, of course, to use his flash, so you could have just eat away, right? You need to have the awareness here that as soon as you see this, you just run away and you E away as well. You need the awareness that he has this kind of range with his flash. Yeah, you just keep running into him way too long here. Yeah, just E away. There's no reason. You should have died here. Pretty much. Yeah, and at this point, right, you don't know, I mean, I guess we saw the Nico on the map, I didn't really look in game. But at this point, there's no reason to really risk it. You have a lot of gold to spend no matter what, so there's really no reason to risk dying at all. And then also, right, I don't think you just flash, so your flash is gonna be on cooldown for the next 4 minutes. So for the next 4 minutes, you want to play a little bit more passive. So it's just really basically the worst time to buy Magi's, even though you have 10 stacks. It's much better to just buy like safe components and hope that you don't die, of course. But just buy it on the next round, right? Like buy it on your next base.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Here, just of course, just go to your crux, clear down. Also, maybe get the crab, of course, if you see that it's up, but you don't really have control over this area at the moment, so it's fine. Your whole jungle's up, just get it. And like, this feels good. Just being able to clear this kind of jungle when you're already ahead. Like, it's actually so important. When you are this ahead already, you really just need to not get baited into fighting too much. Just clear your jungle and you will stay ahead and you will, like, get even more ahead.
Yeah.
That's so important. Again, you're not using your E. Okay, you don't have your W here. Because you use it.
Yeah,
Actually, I think I even said that in game to you, right? If a fight breaks
Yeah.
out, and then actually a fight broke out. So that's why you don't use it. You would love to have it here. Also, clear the small ones. It's not a huge deal. They at least die now, but like on their own. But still. Yeah, you don't need to like this small step. It didn't cost you a lot here, but it could cost you in some situations. So you just stay on the edge of the ult, but don't walk too far back. Right? It can make you miss out on kills. Like, just stay here, wait until she pops down, and then EQ on her. And this is, for example, a situation where you could have done the rocket belt combo, but you didn't really do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you did it afterwards. You rocket belted, so it's fine, but yeah, it just could have looked cleaner. It's not like it would have given you any different result. I'm just telling you. Of course, in some situations it might make a difference. In this one, it obviously didn't. But yeah, now you just cleared the jungle, and here you really want to. Of course, you can just base now, and then you could buy the either you buy for 750 gold, you upgrade to natural, and then you have some city gold, or you buy the Magi's. But both doesn't feel very good. So at this point, you should really look to just be able to get both of it, right? And you're in a position to do so. You're so strong. You can force more stuff here. And I mean, that's exactly what you did, and you were able to do it. Again, no W, right? And no reason not to just W. Just W in her path. You stun her 10 out of 10 times, or she has to turn around and stay inside you, right? So just not using it here there's like no reason. Just place it somewhere in her path, and she really has no way to escape. Of course, you still kill her because you're just so strong, but if she was a little bit stronger, then maybe, or you were a little bit weaker, then maybe you don't kill her, you know?
Yeah.
Also, again, rocket belt. You like this was really bad rocket belt usage because you didn't need to get in range because you had your E to be in range. Like you're basically already in range here.
Yeah.
With your E, you're definitely in range. So all you need to do here is just EQ on her, proc the passive, then she will EU away, which she does here, right? Like this is the kind of awareness you need. If you play against the Vayne, you know that she will EU away at some point.
Yes.
So just calculate it into your gameplay already.
And then wait for the rocket belt after. Yeah.
Exactly. So and now you basically rocket belt E at the same time, and so you only get the damage from rocket belt. But yeah, I mean it's fine. It's enough. You're so strong at this point. It's just in a more even game, this stuff definitely matters. And here I told you, right, no need to be so scared. You're 2 levels up on her. You're just so much stronger. You're like 2.5k gold, 2k at 2 levels up. This guy thinks he can walk up to you like that. It's like at this point you're just getting handed free kills because people don't understand how strong you are. But you need to play like it, you know. You actually did in this game for sure. But it's like oftentimes I see lower elo players, they really just don't they don't play like how strong they are. And that's why I'm actually telling you, just look at the shutdown. Riot is really just telling you how strong you are here. Here, see, you lost minus 50 gold, by the way. Because you bought like the control word.
Yeah.
But like Riot is actually just telling you how strong you are with the shutdown. Or like how much stronger you are than your lane opponent or whatever. So really just, as soon as you see you have this kind of shutdown, know that you can be the one forcing plays. And like even with like just a 200 gold shutdown, you're already doing really good. But if you have this kind of shutdown, you should really actually look to just stay strong and like keep snowballing on a slow, like in a slow curve with like clear clearing your jungle, right? As I said, you don't want to risk too much, at least in games where all of it is on you. So like just keep clearing your jungle and only take place where you know that you will win, or like objective fights. At this point the pressure is on the enemies, right, to make the plays. You can, of course, if you want to end the game, you can look for plays, but it's oftentimes you will just contest the objectives and the enemies have to try and contest, and you will just win because you're so much stronger. Right, like that's what happened in this game a lot.
Should have Barons. Right.
Yeah, of course. You could have snatched like a bunch of times in this game.
Yeah.
You definitely need your team for that. I mean, not now. I don't think now is a good opportunity because everyone's alive, but I think in a second or two, like a bunch of people die, and then you could have just done it. Yeah, I think now just check if the crab is up. It's not up. I think this ward is not good. Like this ward it's gonna get cleared so fast, you know. Every time someone walks in here, they will walk through this brush and then they clear it, and it's so hard for you to contest because you don't have the vision here, you know. So if someone goes in here and clears it, and you try to contest it, there might be a Blitzcrank behind there hooking you in or whatever. So just place it here, or even place it in this brush. It's also not too bad. Or here, right? Like this is probably the biggest value ward at this point for you, because this is also not a brush a lot of people walk through too much. So it gives you good deep information, but it's not super easy to clear. But this one is not. It's really just not really worth, in my opinion. Yeah, at this point, just go back to your jungle. Really, there's no reason. You will outscale all of them at this point. So, and you're already so ahead. Of course, you want to stack your Magi's, but just really be patient in these kind of situations. Yeah, it's fine that you look to get him here, especially because you want to stack your Magi's. Yeah, now is where you could have actually just done Nash, I think.
I think you walked there, right?
Yeah, but like you would have to move there right away. But the Vayne is dead. The Nico is just going into your bot jungle, and you have the Nashes already, so you do it quite fast. And Gwen is also pretty good at clearing Nash, but you need to walk there right away. And I think now you started on your own, but. Yeah, that definitely, like, that's just a waste of time, yeah. There's nothing you can really get there. Again, this, I mean, actually against Malzahor, it's not completely bad to use the rocket pad like this to get his shield. But still, you use it even though you're already in range. And then smite him, right? Smite him here so you can proc your passive. He should never be allowed to walk this far back. Right? It didn't really get punished here because only the Blitzwing is there, but just if you smite him now, you proc your passive and he's just so low.
Okay.
You kill him right away. Yeah. And then here the Vayne, I don't know, like I guess she wanted to stun you here, whatever, but I think she doesn't even kill you because you still have ult, so it was just giga grief by her, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I killed the Blitzcrank with my ult.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. But the flash was also way too passive. I don't know what you were really scared of here. Like, now she can't even chase you anymore. Like, okay, she can auto-attack. She can auto-attack you one more time. You think it's gonna deal 600 damage? I don't think so.
Yeah, I should have just ulted instead of.
I think you could have just walked, to be honest. I mean, I know Vayne, of course, she can chase you with her passive, but I think you actually have enough movement speed.
Yeah.
Especially if you would have just ran through the brush here, you know, you get extra movement speed as well. But let's just compare. Let's see how much movement speed you have. You have 470. Okay, she has 500. But it's because she's in the. She has 420 and you have 430, so you can just keep running here. You don't really need to. Yeah. And of course, also Leona's here. Okay, she doesn't have ult quite yet, but she could have stunned. And like even then, you can just ult. You know, every time. If it really gets close, you just ult, but you don't need to. Like, this is super impatient to just flash here.
Yeah.
It's like a 5-minute cooldown when you could have just ulted. And I don't think you even had to do that. Yeah, like that good ult. I don't know if you actually had the awareness here, but if you did, that's definitely good. Yeah, sad that you didn't get an assist, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah,
at this point, you're just. I guess actually you're a little bit too far away. I think you should just clear your jungle here. Like, I told you, just do it. I think you maybe can do it here, but it's It's just you're on bot side, so it just takes a long time, and people will come up again. Dev time is not that long.
Yeah.
And Annie also has no mana, so yeah, I think it was a bad call by me to tell you to do
Here,
it.
yeah, here I die as well. I think.
I mean, you actually get it, no? It wasn't even a bad call then. Yeah, no, it was actually good. It was, I mean, it wasn't a good call, but it worked in this elo, you know? Because people just are not really contesting.
Yeah.
Although I think it's actually, at this point, it is definitely hard for them to contest, right? It looks scary because you're all a little bit low, and you don't really have ults and whatever, but I think at this point they can't even really move into you, and the bot lane was still dead, right? So maybe it was actually a good call. Only the Jinx is not there. As I said, the Gwen, she also deals quite a lot of damage, but this is the debuff you need to look out for.
Yeah.
The Baron's Gaze. It just makes it so you deal 50% less damage, and it's only the person that's like closest to the Nash and it's like tanking it gets it. So yeah, like this one everyone gets, right? Where you just get reduced armor and MR. But the Baron's Gaze is just like this unit deals 50% reduced damage, so you should always avoid to get that. Like, let the support tank it or whatever. Because, of course, your passive procs especially, they deal so much damage, you really want to get the full value out of them. Yeah, but you need to walk, like, up until... You just need to walk out of range so someone else is close to the Nash. Yeah, at this point I said, Red, just clear your jungle really quick, and then jungle. Yeah, here you died because you just didn't use your W. This is such a perfect W here. The way they're walking in here, it was so perfect. Just like when you're here, like it's still in the brush, you know that you're not being spotted. Then just place it here. There's so many people. You will literally get like a 3-man stun here. You would have placed it, and now you just engage into all of them, and you're just getting point to click CC. But it wouldn't even have killed you if you had the shield.
Yeah, and they will be stunned. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's my bad.
Yeah, like that's definitely something you need to work on. Just using your W. Also, it's like you need to use it to get better with it, right? You might not get like the biggest stuns when you first start doing it, but the more you use it, the more you will learn how people move after you use it and whatever. And that's how you get better with it. There's no other way, really. Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're just so ahead. You're like 12k gold. The Nico already disconnected. You just run at them. Yeah, and this is so illegal. What this, I mean, he probably didn't think it would work. He wanted the game to end probably, but yeah, like this kind of stuff, it really. Yeah, and again, right, you got stunned here when there was like such a small.
Yeah, small.
You could have just walked here the whole time and you wouldn't get stunned. That's what I'm saying, right? You didn't really play around the Vayne at all. Of course, it doesn't matter, but there's really no reason to walk like this when there's a Vayne standing next to you, you know?
Yeah.
There really just isn't. You could have just walked here and then she would have pushed you a little bit and then you can just kill her. Of course, you just kill her no matter what because you're like 15k gold ahead, or like 10k. But yeah, I mean, it was a solid game for sure. You definitely carried. It's still like your W usage.
To get better.
Yeah, for sure. Like the W usage is a big thing. I would say also the way you clear your jungle. I mean, it didn't hold you back too much this game. How much CS did you have in the end? Yeah, like 200. That's not great. Like how much is that? Like 6 point something. With like how ahead you were, you could have easily gotten 8 CS or something at least. 7.3, that's fine, honestly. It's okay. It could have been better, but that's not problematic, especially in your elo. So yeah, like the biggest thing I would say is the W. Then definitely look at the lanes earlier, right? Like we really saw the difference it made in your gameplay. When you weren't looking at the lanes early, you didn't really have the info. You were struggling to get kills, even though there were opportunities to get kills. And then in the mid game, when you actually started looking at the lanes, you got so many kills, even for free, right? Like. Yeah, and that's another thing, right? I don't know how. Obviously, I don't know how you play the other games. You seem to have won a bunch of games recently as well, like how well you snowball. But definitely, if Riot is telling you that you're strong, then just play like it. That's so important. Yeah. Do you have like maybe any more questions?
Yeah. So about the W, just use out of the where they can't see it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you can, always use it out of range. Sometimes, of course, if you're in the middle of a fight, you will use it still, right? If you get it up again in like a team fight or wherever, you use it. But if you're ganking and whatever, you can always place it from out of W, basically, from out of range, where they can't see it. So yeah, and also one thing I said also in the guide is if you place it on max range, they can't see it, right? Like the max range of the cast is like outside of the natural vision you get as a champion. You know, like see, like now I can see up until here, but I can place the W in a way where if the enemy is standing like here or something, you just place it and they won't be able to see it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the max range W is very powerful. So yeah, definitely just start doing it. It's really not difficult, right? You just
I'll
place
try it.
Yeah, and obviously, I think that actually your placement where you place the W was pretty good. I must say.
Because I think I'm just not aware of how long the range is of the W.
Yeah, see, like it's fucking massive. You can literally from this brush you can place it the whole. You can basically cover the whole lane.
Yeah.
Right. So whenever you're just coming into gank, also in this one situation, for example, where the Vayne was here, right, where she was running and then stunned you against the wall. You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
You were just here. You just place the W here. And see the way I do it also is I just spam W now, and he places it as soon as I'm in range. Basically,
Yeah.
that's what I do all the time. You can also just press W and he will walk in range and place it basically. And a big thing where this is super useful is, for example, let's say the enemies are sieging this tower, and you're just respawning. You come out of base or you just recalled. You just place it, right. You just press W here. And they will never see it. They will never see you casting it. And then the time they only see it as soon as like the Ekko clone start. Like now they see it. Now when he starts kicking it, so it's such a short time and it makes such a difference.
Yeah, I'll definitely practice on that.
Yeah, and then also the clear. Actually, the clear red is one thing. Definitely practice that with the Qs. I mean, it's really. Let's see. It's really just like this one spot. Let me show you. I guess from here. Just from here, if you throw it like this, you will hit them all every time. Let's see.
Yeah.
I don't have the jungle item now, but I just want to show you. I guess I could just spawn them. See, like this. I hit all of them.
Yeah.
And then if you throw it from here, just make sure, because you always threw it in a way where you only hit like these ones on the left.
Mm-hmm.
You were always... Okay, what? Okay. You were always throwing it like this, you know? But there's no reason to not hit all of them. Just be aware that the queue opens up in the end, you know, so you can easily hit all of them. Yeah. You have any more questions?
No, I think it's pretty clear what I need to practice on.
Yeah. But overall, I mean, you've been...
What are your biggest tips to, like, climb? Or biggest improvements?
Honestly, I mean, you've been winning a lot, you've had good stats, right? I think at the moment you just need to play more and you will climb, to be honest. Right? I mean, especially, not even just in Ekko, right? I think you've had a lot of, you have like a very blue match history. Generally. But yeah, I mean, biggest things to climb were definitely, for you at the moment, just looking at the lanes more. Actually having the info on what's going on in the game. But yeah, I mean, overall, you just need to play more. At some point, I would say getting to, like, from Platinum to Diamond and that kind of stuff is where you really need to start focusing more on farm as well. And maybe, yeah, I mean, definitely your ability usage, right? Sometimes it was just too hectic, I felt like. It was not as controlled as it could have been. And especially your rocket belt, you don't really value your rocket belt. Like, none of the rocket belt usages was like super impactful. It was always just for damage, basically.
Yeah.
So maybe really watch my video again on the mechanics.
Check the video again, yeah. Because I watched it late at night yesterday.
Yeah, I understand. I also rewatched it and I feel like sometimes I didn't really get the point across as well as I could have. But I was kind of in a hurry to get it out because I was gone for the last few days and I wanted to get it out on Sunday. So, yeah, but I hope it was still something to learn from there. Okay. Yeah, so if you
Alright.
have no other questions, then I guess I can stop
No,
the recording.
yeah, sure.